Right now I'm standing on what would be the edge approximately of the property line going up through that way. The property line goes up to the top of that, over that hill. I went up there yesterday, but I'm not taking you up there today. The reason why this is the approximate property line, in talking to the neighbors, it's not marked, but down below, down there, there's a cabin. Not sure if you can make that. And that cabin is approximately right on the property line. All this down below, going across, there's a little creek. It's not flowing right now. Been cutting the dead trees out. It's kind of a valley down in here. I don't know how far it goes up the other side, but not very far from the bottom of this valley. This is where I've been driving up the little embankment, sleeping in the bed of the truck, cooking on the tailgate. The neighbor on this side up here has had all his 40 acres logged. You can see where we're coming into that area. This flag right here, marking tapes edge of property line. Going up that way. This is kind of looking back down into the valley. If you could see it, the cabin would be back down in there. You can kind of see where the line goes up just because of where he's logged. So now that we're on the other side here, all the trees in front of me is kind of the property line, and it goes up to up there. And there's probably, 500-600 yards maybe up on top of that that's flat and goes to the National Forest barbed wire fence. The neighbor that's behind me now works for the logging outfit that is going to be logging this and the opposite side. Sounds like this winter. And they log through the winter, and he said it's better in the snow because it doesn't tear the ground up as much. Said that last year there was 3 feet of snow in the area. He's at the end of the road, so he plows all of this himself. There's a couple of skid trails from when they logged all this. When I first got here, there was lots of downed logs, trees like that I've cut out of the way of this skid path. Lots of downed logs to be cleaned up. Just work. Somewhere. There it is. So here's another little flag from when they logged all theirs. And again, that's looking back down to where we were just at. There's another flag attached to a little tree up there. All this had little saplings growing through it, and this is about as far as I've gotten cutting. This four-wheeler trail kind of cuts diagonally across the lot. Thankfully, both the neighbors are very nice. Old Skid Trail continues to go up there. The four-wheeler trail goes onto the neighbor's property up here. There is a old logging cut up about where the edge of his property line is. It's a pretty nice little flat spot up there. I don't know, difficult to get a view here maybe, but once the trees have been cut down, there'll be more of a view. There's kind of a valley going back into there. You can imagine what that hillside looks like. I haven't measured yet to establish where the line would be on the opposite side from this owner that's had his stuff logged. It's 320 feet wide, and the neighbor on the opposite side that's on this side is having all his logged as well, so we'll get a proper survey done by having it logged and establish the exact lines on this side. This four-wheeler trail kind of goes down this little valley and then cuts off to the right, back onto the guy's property that, you know, uses it. It's another area where I haven't quite got it cleared out yet. There's several relatively flat spots coming up onto this area where I think a guy, if he wanted to, could cut a road up where we just walked and have a loop-de coming down this way we're about to go, and maybe a driveway, or have the loggers, when they are in here, they make their landing pad. And so I'm kind of thinking about having them make their landing pad up in this middle of the property. Lots of water here. Apparently the neighbor dug down 20 feet and has a well, and I'm not sure the name of this type of berry ground lying bush with these little berries, if it's don't know the name of them, but I do know that when you have that stuff, that means it's wet, and it's not wet right now, but according to the neighbor, he used the term breakup and said that it's pretty wet and messy in here until about May. Not too much of a concern for me, being I don't really plan on living here, but I do wonder about, digging a well. Maybe even a person could capture some water in some sort of a pond.